or something. All right. Sorry about all that. Do we have a quorum online? Who's out there? Anybody? There's Susan. Now we have a quorum. Now we have a quorum.
Perfect timing.
Patrick just sat down.
Huh?
I just sat down.
Oh, good, I was the only one.
No,
Did you call her too?
no. You just called him.
No, I was like, completely lost track of time, it's like, oh.
But now we have a quorum.
Now we have a quorum. So the first order of business is to approve the minutes from the last meeting, and those were distributed to everybody, right?
Yes, well, I gave them to you.
I think I forwarded them off to
You
everybody.
did.
Does
There
anybody?
are hard copies here. if
Oh, good,
anybody needs
okay.
them.
Does anyone have any comments or additions or anything? Do we get a movement to, or a motion?
I second.
Any discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
That takes care of that. Okay, great. I think I've already been elected president because I was.
If we come to election of officers, I nominate you.
I will say that, you and John Kerr, your stints expired at the end of 2025.
Oh, good.
Would you, yeah, and we would love to have you re-up, if John's not online again.
I'm okay to be a member. I'm
Yeah.
happy that you will be chair.
Yeah, okay. And Peter, your term ends this year, so I think you wrap up at the end of 2026.
In December?
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I mean, Carrie probably knows.
I know.
Do we run on a calendar year?
But if you don't want to re-up, you have to find your replacement.
I'm happy to re-up.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, nothing will happen
Yeah.
for the next
Yeah.
20 years. It'll be fine.
I've heard that before.
Right, exactly. And Ben, you and Dylan are still on board as alternates, so,
Yeah.
So the election of officers is chair, vice chair, and
Wait, and when do I expire?
you expire when I do, which is 2027.
Okay.
So, so we need to elect a chair, a vice chair, and a secretary. I
And for
guess.
purposes of that, is Ben a voting member?
Do we know that? Are alternates voting members for electing?
Yeah, if you,
I think
if
so.
you don't have enough, regular.
Regular members, we get to use the alternate, so that's great.
Okay.
You're on board.
Excellent.
So, yeah, I will voluntarily throw my hat into the
All
ring.
right, so I nominate Patrick for chairman.
I second.
We won't have any discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Tom, you're vice chair at the moment. Do you want to continue in that capacity?
Not particularly.
But you did such a good job of calling me when I failed to show up.
I don't know.
I'm willing to be.
You're willing to go vice chair?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
great. Can I get I nominate Susan to be vice
All
chair.
right, now second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Vice chair, congrats. Do we actually have a secretary or does somebody just agree to take notes?
No, we don't need note taking.
That's true, we don't.
Stellar. The secretary is supposed to do communication.
Right,
But then that ended up being taken over by the lawyer.
yeah,
Review, so I
That's
did
right.
very little.
okay. I mean, I think we can make that work, if something comes up, it's not a big burden.
I mean, we're supposed to have it by
Yeah,
town
are
rules, right?
we obligated by our
Oh, to have
to elect one?
Might as well have one.
might as well have one. Anyone want to be secretary?
I'll be secretary.
All right, so
I nominate.
I second.
all in favor?
Aye. Okay.
I love this committee on some level.
I know.
I mean, last year was, the beginning of last year with the hearing and everything was tough, but
That was a lot of time.
it was a lot of time.
You spent a lot on it.
And,
We all did.
but everybody did, and everybody, and I just, again, thank you so much for the thoughtfulness and the thoroughness with which everybody read all the stuff. I mean, there was a pile of material to go through.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think, you know, I know people were unhappy with the outcome. You know, the appellants were unhappy. But I think we did a really good job in terms of going through and letting everybody have their
Somebody's
say.
gonna
And
be unhappy.
Hmm?
Somebody's gonna be.
Someone's
unhappy.
always gonna be unhappy, you know.
Yeah, but it was quite clear, I think, that we did exactly what we had to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I was adamant to have extra clarification to make that public known to all the,
Mhm.
to the appellants, because I thought they needed to know that they have a future of contesting if building goes on and such, that they
Oh,
can
yeah.
at least give it a go.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole, yeah. So, I mean, I think we got a pretty clear, indication of what our purpose and our jurisdiction
Yeah.
is, you know, last year. We hear appeals from planning board decisions and, our mandate or our rules of engagement are that we can only deal with the material that was been presented to the planning board, as we all learned last year. And that's a really interesting situation because, you're definitely boxed in. You have to stay within some pretty narrow lines.
Yeah, we're not asked to be detectives.
No, we're not asked to be detectives, we're not asked to be historians, we're not asked to be surveyors, you know, I mean, it's just, did they do what they were supposed to do? You know, and that's it. So, Ben, did you get the training? Did you do the Maine Municipal Association training?
I did not.
Okay, Carrie, can you find out when they're offering?
I do know that they are offering a training, it's coming Thursday, the 16th.
It's
Um,
long, but it's online.
Yeah, it's an online,
It's an online webinar. I sent you the information.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
but-
so well prepared.
I might have sent it to everybody,
Yeah. I
But-
think you did, yeah.
but.
So if you haven't done it,
There's a caveat.
Yeah.
I learned that it's full right now.
oh,
Because one of our planning board members wants to retake it. She's already done it, but she wants to take it again, and she's on a wait list. But there's room on the wait list.
Okay.
And so if you want to sign up, I'll let Janet know.
Okay.
And,
I'm gonna be gone and traveling.
okay, so that date doesn't work for you
Might not.
anyways.
but they do it on a regular basis.
Yeah, they do it
Okay.
every-
3 or 4 months.
And you should do it sometime.
Yeah,
Because
it's,
it'll make you feel like, okay, I know what I'm supposed to do now.
Okay, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's very thorough.
So I'll keep my eye out
Okay.
for when they do it again.
And I will too, because I get emails from Maine Municipal Association
Yeah.
all the time for training
Yeah,
things.
okay.
So, yeah, I think once you sign up and take a class,
Yeah,
you're on email list, they get you.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll get, you know, I don't remember whether Dylan had done it or not, but we'll make sure both you guys, I think
Okay.
everybody else has done it, and we'll make sure both you guys are aware of it.
Okay.
Cause it's definitely useful. And as we all saw, it's a very legal process.
Mhm.
So having the lawyers tell you how it works is very useful.
Okay, yeah, excellent.
Any other business?
Details.
Cocktails. Move to adjourn?
I moved to adjourn.
So I second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Alright.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I kept people waiting, but you know, we still got out in less than half an hour.
That would be a 15.